In this video, we're comparing the Tangem Wallet to the Cypherock X1 wallet. I thought this would be a good comparison because both wallets are entry-level hardware wallets. They're both in the form of a card, and I've seen a lot of confusion around how Cypherock actually works compared to other hardware wallets like Tangem, and I plan to clear up any of that confusion in this video. Also, make sure to take advantage of the discount codes in the description of this video if you decide that one of these wallets is for you, so you can save some money. Now, design-wise, they're both cards, they're both the exact same size, and they both use NFC antennas to communicate externally to do things like initiate and approve crypto transactions. But there are some major differences between these two wallets. For Tangem, it uses your NFC compatible phone with the Tangem app to do things like set up your wallet and then initiate and approve transactions, meaning Tangem is a mobile-only hardware wallet. Cypherock, on the other hand, comes with its own device called the X1 Vault. This is also an NFC compatible device that is used to communicate with your X1 cards, and it is required to set up and use your wallet. Unlike Tangem, Cypherock is a desktop-only wallet, so you do need to download the C-Sync Cypherock desktop app on your Mac, Windows, or Linux computer to set up your wallet and manage your crypto. Tangem is arguably more durable because there's no screens or buttons or anything on this to break. It's just a card. There's no other hardware involved with this wallet, and it is IP68 rated, so it's waterproof, it's dustproof, and it's resistant to extreme temperatures, and that's why it also comes with a 25-year product replacement warranty. Because the Cypherock cards rely on the X1 Vault to function, it is fair to say that overall, Cypherock is a less durable wallet because the joystick and screen are prone to break eventually. I don't expect it to break anytime soon, and the joystick is made to withstand at least 500,000 taps, so I'm not saying that it's flimsy by any means, but it does come with a much shorter 1-year warranty. Also, I know a lot of you are curious as to where your hardware wallet is manufactured. So Tangem is headquartered and designed in Switzerland, but it's actually manufactured in China, whereas Cypherock is designed and manufactured in India. In terms of price, Tangem is less than half the price of Cypherock. It's $70 for 3 cards, or about $55 if you get 2 cards, whereas Cypherock is anywhere from $140 to $200 depending on if it's on sale or not. Obviously, the main difference in price comes from the additional accessories that are included with the Cypherock wallet. You get the 4 cards, you get the X1 Vault, the hard case, the USB to USB-C cable, and the RFID blocking sleeves to keep your cards safe. And Tangem just comes with the cards and nothing else, so you do get what you pay for. Personally, I prefer Tangem's simplicity over other hardware wallets that require additional hardware to function, such as Cypherock. You have the 4 cards, but then you also need the X1 Vault. For example, it takes me about 3 minutes, literally 3 minutes to set up the Tangem wallet, whereas with Cypherock, it's going to take around 20 minutes, and this includes the time it takes to download the desktop app, which is a pretty large file. It's 4 gigs, so that's something else to consider when using the Cypherock wallet. And for everyday use, I find myself using the Tangem wallet more than any other hardware wallet that I own, and I own dozens of hardware wallets, mainly because it is so convenient to use, but its convenience does come at a cost. Wallets like Cypherock do offer more security features. Even though Tangem and Cypherock share a lot of the same features, Cypherock definitely offers more. Let's talk about their similarities first. Both Tangem and Cypherock use EAL6 Plus secure element chips inside of the cards, which is used to protect your private key, aka the key to your crypto. And these are the same kind of chips that are found in your bank card and electronic passports that secure any sensitive or private data that you wouldn't want anyone to know. Also, both wallets are actually marketed as seedless wallets, which means you don't have to create a seed phrase and write it down to record your backup. Rather, the private key is stored on the card and your card acts as the backup. Listen, I'll be the first to tell you I'm not a fan of seedless wallets. I wouldn't use a wallet in such a way. While seed phrases aren't the perfect solution to crypto security, I think eventually they'll be outdated. But as of now, seed phrases are the best option we have to secure our crypto. And if you're not willing to write down and record your seed phrase, you probably shouldn't be in crypto, because it is essential if you want to be in full control of your funds. It's only a matter of time before this technology, before this hardware will fail eventually. I'd much rather write down my seed phrase and keep it on a piece of paper in a safe place, or engrave it into a piece of metal. That way I know I'll always have it, or at least for as long as I need it, versus a piece of hardware that is supposed to last, at least 20 years, but there is no guarantee that it will. Hardware fails all the time. But that's just my personal preference. I know some of you prefer seedless wallets, and that's what I like about both Tangem and Cypherock. This is optional, so if you want to know your seed phrase so that you can record it, you can do that. If you just want to back up your private key on your cards and store the cards in a secure location, you can also do that. And while we're on the subject of seed phrases, it is worth pointing out that when you set up your Tangem wallet, you can only generate a 12-word seed phrase. And when you set up Cypherock, it allows you to set up a 24-word seed phrase. Now, both 12 and 24-word seed phrases are secure, and I don't think, they've never been hacked. Like, no one has ever guessed a 12-word seed phrase, but 24 words will always be more secure than 12 words. Both wallets let you create a PIN or an access code, which is required to access your wallet, so I'm happy that both wallets offer this feature. Another similarity is that both wallets have been audited, both their firmware has been audited. So Tangem has currently gone through 2 audits. One was done by Kudelski Security a few years back when they first came out, and then more recently another audit was done by Riskure. And then Cypherock has been audited by a very well-known blockchain company called Keylabs, who previously found vulnerabilities in Ledger and Trezor wallets. That said, both Tangem and Cypherock are both only partially open source. So the Tangem app, for example, is 100% open source, but the firmware on the cards remain closed source. And the Cypherock X1 vault is open source, while its cards also remain closed source. Now, the reason that both companies' cards are closed source is because they both use the same secure element chip, which when you use an EAL certified chip such as a one in these cards, the company that makes the chips requires you to sign a non-disclosure agreement or an NDA, which prevents the companies from open sourcing their firmware. Furthermore, both Tangem and Cypherock authenticate your firmware during the setup process. So if your firmware or if your wallet was compromised at any time, you would know during the setup. Now let's talk about some features that Cypherock offers and Tangem doesn't. So first is the passphrase or hidden wallet option. So this allows you to create an additional word or phrase that basically is added to the end of your 24-word seed phrase, which makes your wallet that much more secure. Another thing that's super unique about Cypherock is how your private key is stored. So with Tangem, when you create a new wallet, it randomly generates a private key and it stores that on the secure element chip inside of all your cards. So it has the full private key and it stores it on each card in the secure element chip. But with Cypherock, when you generate your private key, it actually splits it into 5 shards. This is known as secret shamir sharing. So it takes the 5 shards. So 4 of those shards go on your 4 cards, and then the 5th shard goes on the Cypherock vault. And this way, no one could compromise your wallet just by having access to your one card if they were able to physically hack it somehow. Plus, it's secured by the secure element chip, so it is more secure in that aspect. So to access your private key on the Cypherock wallet, you do need 2 of your 4 cards. That said, I really like the idea of secret shamir sharing, but unless you are actually taking your 4 cards in the X1 vault and storing them all in different locations, it's not really going to be effective because the hacker, if someone broke into your house and all your cards were just sitting there together and they know how to somehow compromise your wallet, which is probably impossible anyways, but it's just more likely that they'll be able to hack your wallet if you have all your cards together. So secret shamir sharing, again, is really only effective if you're storing your cards in different locations. Another feature that Tangem lacks is an on-device display. Since it's just a card, it doesn't have a screen or anything. So during the setup process, assuming you opt to create a seed phrase, the seed phrase is actually displayed on your phone temporarily, which is an internet connected device. So if your phone has some kind of malware or spyware on it, for example, and someone were watching you while you were recording your seed phrase, they could potentially gain access to your wallet if they could also see your seed phrase. Now, the seed phrase isn't stored in the app or on your phone by any means, but it is just temporarily displayed while you record it. Cypherock, on the other hand, has an on-device display on the X1 vault, so you can see all your transaction details in a secure environment, such as the coin type, the amount you're sending, and the recipient address, and that can't be altered because, again, it is on the X1 vault and not on your internet connected device. Also, during setup, your seed phrase is only ever shown on the X1 vault, so it's never displayed on your computer. So it's just a more secure environment overall. Now let's talk about coin support. Tangem supports thousands of coins across 38 blockchain networks, and they are pretty aggressive about supporting new tokens, especially at the user's request. Cypherock isn't as expansive. They support around 3,000 tokens and coins across 10 different blockchain networks, but I did expect their support for different different coins to grow as the company grows because they are a smaller company compared to Tangem. I'll be sure to leave a link to both wallets' coin support pages in the description of this video. That way you can go and check out if the wallet you want supports the tokens that you want to hold before you make a decision on which wallet is going to work best for you. Both wallets also work with Wallet Connect, so you can connect to decentralized applications such as decentralized exchanges if you want to swap crypto. I will admit that the Wallet Connect feature isn't perfect for either of these wallets. In fact, I don't think it's perfect for any hardware wallet unless you can connect it to like MetaMask or something, which currently you can't connect Tangem or Cypherock to MetaMask wallet, but it does work nonetheless. Just don't expect it to be a perfect experience. So which wallet should you choose? Well, there's no tie here. It really just depends on what you want out of your wallet. The obvious advantage to Cypherock is that you can set up your wallet, you can generate the private key and seed phrase offline in a secure environment, and you are also transacting offline using the X1 vault. But for most people, for day-to-day use, I think Tangem is going to be the better option because it is more user-friendly. It's also a bit more durable than the X1 Vault, and it's the more affordable option. But you get a lot more for your money when you buy the Cypherock wallet, so it really just depends. Do you want a technically more secure hardware wallet that's a little less user-friendly, or do you want the most user-friendly hardware wallet that's a little less secure? It's up to you. Answer those questions and you know exactly which wallet is right for you. And if you want a full review of each of these wallets, including how to set them up, make sure to check out these next videos right here. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one.